Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawn top right side as the blue OKW player, we have Whitelight01. Spawn south side as the red Soviets, we've got Angry Nipple back in town. That's an unusual name to say the least. Who cares about white light? You shouldn't be going to the white light. We do have the Soviet player going for an early tier 2, so we may see an early maximum going for another conscript squad. It is not a bad idea to go for a second combat engineer early on as well, but we do have double Kuhwagen opener for blue. We do have the Fearstorm doctrine melee selected, so we may be eyeing for double Shun Pioneer flamethrower. I never find the Shun Pioneer flamethrower super useful, other than for clearing out garrison, but overall for an upgrade, it's not that great. And he's laying down wiring from the sandbags. This is the point where if your opponent's catching the sector, something went really long. I disagree. Place down wiring from the sandbags. Now there's a large amount of time the idle squad's there. Kuwagen's, of course, the opposite of idle, though this one is idle. Yeah, I disagree with that. Because something went very wrong if you're protecting that point. I can understand here, there's a common cutoff sector to decapture. But if you're fighting here, something went wrong. You have an early maximum on the build queue. And when it comes to doctrine, he could bring in the guard motor coordination tactics, a common doctrine. Guard right for combined arms tactics. Less common doctrine. KV1s are still very nice. And ML20s are a bit mixed. I can never really make ML20s work. Advanced troop tactics. So he does have access to alternative units to conscript for penal. So he may be eyeing to go to 2 command points, bring those guys in the field. Conscript advance by 4, gain a bit of damage there onto the Kuhwagen. Does force him back. Shun Pioneer there. We do have we got a Volksgrenadier mixed on into SW's half track. Yeah, I don't really have a good read on the OKW player. Double Kuhwagen, but doesn't have the doctrine to stall out for, say, Jaeger light infantry or Panzerfusiliers. Maybe he wants an MP40 squad and a flamethrower squad. He does have overslots and bulletins as well. This could be for Mechanized HQ. Mechanized HQ is a good possibility for the Fearstorm, since the Overlord's command can be used as an ambulance. But with the this SWS half track deployed out this early, he's probably going for Battle Group HQ. Yeah, he is going for Battle Group HQ. So I'm having trouble read the OKW player. Didn't fully build the sandbag, so there's disintegrating in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I actually got that pretty well down. Sorry. Sometimes I even amaze myself. Shun Pioneers put out a minesweeper. Not a bad idea. Maybe a little bit too early, but you can always just put it away and won't reduce its combat effectiveness. So, not a bad idea to go for it. Volksgrenadiers do get suppressed there by the Maxim. Good burst there. Do have double Comgeneer and double conscript field. So maybe not trying to stall for guards. So he does have a guards bulletins. I do not know if the guards bulletin affects the airborne guards. Part of me says yes, part of me says no. MG34 on the build queue. MG34s are quite nice. Sandbags fully built there, but they're not fully formed just yet. Does need back a little bit there. Cinder grenade thrown there, burns some of these squads a little bit. And now I got the MG34 now uploaded in the field. Conscripts do fall back. I wonder if there's going to be medics back at home soon. Soon the ladies of the healing hands shall be available for the Soviet player. Conscripts are advancing, and they will not decapture the VP there. Maxim packing on up, maybe on to set up behind this heavy cover. He's doing a good job placing down sandbags and some wire here. Howdy. Let's see, need to go? Not a problem. Disagree about bad flamethrower Shun Pioneers. Yes, they are not so cool in fact, but it's still an option against certain toxic strategies. That's possible. I just find usually when I see people go for Fearstorm, I see mass Shun Pioneer. in which I never feel like mass Germ Pioneer works. I feel like Germ Pioneers, they work well when fighting against one squad at a time, but when it's two Germ Pioneers versus two squads, I always feel like they lose. That's why I would consider them duelist, rather than a assault infantry, if that would make any poor sense. I don't know, maybe just a me thing. Kovagens advance way forward, engaging the comp engineers. Could probably put away the Minesweeper. Conscripts are all the way forward. Does find the MG34 is not a mounted MG34 and back. Kovagen does get suppressed there, but Sherman Pioneer is coming up on that same flank, so the conscripts, yep, they do fall back. If they preserve all the men, the ladies can heal them up. Max, I'm setting on up. Might as well put away the Minesweeper. Only thing that Minesweeper is going to find is a whole bunch of metal flying towards his face, but they have eyes for that. And their faces for that. German Pioneers do fall back there. Now I do have a Soviet mortar deployed on the field. I do like the Soviet mortar. It will help engage the MG34. But right now his opponent's composition is not really weak to a mortar. He got double Sturm Pioneer, a Volksgrenadier, and 2 Kubelwagens. Soviet mortar is nice, but not a... I don't know, maybe it's not great in the situation as much as I like it. Though the mortar flare, if you more utilize the mortar flare, could be very nice. Sturm Pioneers do decapture that cutoff sector. The base Dishka get a good suppression hit there. Lag on the build queue, so that'll give them more targets for the mortar to engage.
Something built?
Comp engineers push way forward.
This is our territory now. Our car is firing on us. This territory is well done, comrades.
Minesweeper for the comp engineers is not a bad idea, but looks like with our cast revision, we know that the OKW player appears not to have deployed out any landmines, nor any wire. Of course, that's with our cast revision. The Soviet player does not know that, so it is a safe assumption to deploy it on the field. So I think it is a good idea he did deploy it. Zisk gonna deploy on the field. Maybe a bit of overaction towards these Kovagens, but it's always a good idea to get one earlier. Empire is an option not against the Soviets, but against British and American strategies like the British Thompson or US with assault engineers. Yep, because they do quite well versus them, yes. Mortar does rain right there. But yeah, also it all depends what type of Soviet strategy he goes for. German Pioneers are somewhat decent versus the M3 because of the high rate of fire. Got the incendiary barrage there. The mortar is not getting singed. Now it's getting pretty singed. Well, that should also give indication of what Doctrine's opponent's gone for. I don't think there was anything that revealed what Doctrine's gone for. Though maybe the MP40s also did get spotted. Right now, the Soviet player doesn't have too much field control. The OKW player has great field control. I do quite well with Sturm Pioneers, though, versus Soviets myself. No, it's more probably just me thing. I just don't really think a mass Sturm... I think 2 is like the decent number... Wait, mechanized... We do have a Puma. We got mechanized HQ on the field, so he's one from battle group into mechanized. He does not activate the mechanized battle group support, which he still could have gone for the Opel Blitz for as ambulance. High explosive barrage there from the Zisk gun. Conscripts do get suppressed there by the MG34. Sturm Pioneers in pretty good flanking path. Conscripts do fall back there. A lot of good incendiary barrages there. Great hit there on the MG. Puma deployed on the field far too early. Puma should be a unit you want to deploy on the field once you see a target for it, like a T-70. Not before, so now when he sees the Puma field, he'll probably just skip tier 3 entirely and go straight for T-476. Smoke barrage there, or go straight for KV1. While the Soviet can just bring flamethrowers M3, just burn the Shrimp Pioneers who have 3 MP40s instead of 4. Quite possible. I don't know, it's just more of a preference thing as well. It's hard to describe. It's just based on my my playstyles as I played OKW is go for second Shroom Pioneer in Kupavog and then sort of wait for Yigal Infantry, primarily through Scavenge Doctrine. I'm one who just by default would probably eye a Scavenge Doctrine. Great grenade there. And try to rush out Obslots instead. He does largely avoid the grenade, takes quite a bit of splash damage though. Guards here, try and plink it down the leg. Shroom Pioneers push way forward as well. No DPs, he's going to get rid of the bar. Grenades on cooldown, does fall back there. It's maybe just more of my playstyle sort of thing. I don't really use Fearstorm Doctrine unless I'm going for the Obelisk Truck and I for Panzer IIs, Pumas, and Sukasafus. But of course I do generally play 3v3s as well, so it's a bit of difference in my aspect. By the way, Shroom Pioneers has taken quite a bit of damage there. Landmine tend to be built. There is a mortar flare there. Cancels, falls back, because that mortar flare would have destroyed him and spot the landmine. Yeah, the Puma's far too early. I do not have a sure Panzer Corps instead of going on up. I really can't get a read on the OKW player this game. Double MG32 or 34, double Shroom Pioneer, like Battle Group HQ's Mechanized HQ into sheer Panzer Corps with a Puma. I just can't get a read on the OKW player. I can see going. I don't know. I should probably just accept what it is in the moment. Mortar does rain a little bit short on the MG34. Consequence advance to the heavy cover. There may be some flanking opportunity, but maybe not. I think that's all not classified as flanking. Mortar rains a little bit short. Got the other MG34 behind it. Flame Engineers do suppress there. Trying to stop the guards. Guards throws frag on top of the. This one gets some good damage there. Both need to fall back at this point in time. Do have T-70 build queue. I disagree with that. He sees the Puma. I don't think the T-70 is a good idea. He sees the Puma, skip T-70, go straight tier 4, and rush out KV1. He sees his opponent gone for a bad tech path. And a KV1 would have quite a bit of presence, be deployed out long before a Panzer IV. And so it will have, and plus the Panzer IV is not a great counter to it. Yeah, I think it's perfect time to rush KV1, but now we do have T-70 in the field. The Puma can't do a damn thing versus the KV1. It has to get rearmor shards. It will bounce on its frontal armor all the time. Plus, it has absurdly high health and Puma's plus damage. Makes it so it have to get a lot of work done. Hold fire turned on. I think that was a mistake. I think it meant turn on prioritized vehicles. Heading down south. Got Ziscon here. Got the DPs there. Nice little support unit to help deal with the Puma. Plus, guards have PTRSs, so they're a decent unit versus the Puma as well. More of a counter to the Puma, honestly. Falls back there, maybe a little bit too early, though 2 Shroom Pioneers in tow. It's a good idea he did. Maxim cassette set up inside this garrison. Puma's firing against the sandbags? There may have been sandbags there he destroyed. Landmine put there. He had hold for prioritized fire turned on, not recon mode. He may find the landmine shortly. Almost did. Don't know what that shot was. Incendiary barrage on the MG. Maxim does fall back. I thought there was a landmine detonation there. And we do have double lag on the field. I was not expecting double lag. There's a lot of support weapons there. The ML20 seems particularly nice to have now. With 5 support weapons to shoot against. Or no, just 4. Has not gotten out of the Can of Warfare. With 4 support weapons, I think the ML20 is exceedingly become more useful. Though he's still pretty far away in command points. This map, the game has not had a whole lot of death so far. Shoe mine found by the conscript rather than T70. T70 push right forward. Grenade tended being thrown. He still has extra Panzerfaust with the MP40 upgrade. Incendiary mortar barrage running on in. The splash damage there onto the MG. Grenade's been thrown. Wipes out the MG. Grab it. MG34 is a very nice weapon to have. By far, it's my favorite MG in the game.
Reconnaissance vehicle ready.
T70, push way forward. Gets a good shot there on the T70. Yeah, it looks like there was a landmine detonation there. But who can tell? The ground's quite scorched.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
T70 push way forward. Does get a shot there on the Shun Pioneers. Wait, was there a landmine detonation there? I swear, I've been hearing landmine detonations. I think I'm just going crazy. Either way, do have now the Maxim on fire. And get hit by high explosive. MP40 is behind the vehicle. We do now have a flamethrower, flame Panzer Hetzer. That's one reason why I also call the Hetzer in Age Company Heroes 1 the AT Hetzer, because the Company Heroes 2 one has the Flame Hetzer. Engineers do take a little bit farther. T70 has recon mode active, no levels of efficiency. This gun gets a good shot there on the Flame Hetzer. Double Panzer does have 640 health, same health as Panzer IV. Incendiary mortar barrage burning the 7-man conscript squad. And this garrison. The garrison's probably gets set on ablaze, I believe. Conscript squad needs to fall back. Almost destroyed the garrison of this guy in there. Took out a lot of panels. Mortar could easily destroy that garrison of a well-placed hit. Or an ill-timed hit, depending on who you're rooting for. Shun Pioneers push right forward. Got a good amount of STGs here. Don't see the minesweeper deployed in the field. Great hit there by Light. Drops a DP. That's something he really needs to pick back up. You can also upgrade this, re-upgrade the squad. Maybe pick up the conscripts. How well does a conscript do with a pickup DP? This one does have a spare weapon slot, so this guy can pick it up. Not a very good weapon for them, but will at least deny it from his opponent. Looks like the mortar's on fire once again. Did that get fully wiped out? Oh no, it's retreating. Got it. Yeah, I saw it retreating, thinking back, was like, somehow did a weird, like, retreat off the map, but nope, that was just a regular retreat. T70 taking some massive damage there. Double Zis gun straight forward. One got a pot shot there. And wipes out, or got some severe damage there. Conscript squad actually mostly got a wipe there. This may have been the conscript squad. Yep, conscript squad is on fire.
HMG crew is ready. Guard squad ready. You're ready. Send orders.
Doubles this gun.
Standing by.
No double tap on the Hetzer.
Capture completed.
Mortar smoke. I like seeing that. OKW Panzer IV now in the build queue. Red's been having trouble with field control. Does have tier 4 in the build. I would like to see the KV-1. KV-1's an excellent tank. Guards do fall back there. Soviet players, Soviet units don't like to be set on fire. Ooh, great incendiary light barrage. Lots of good damage there. Flamethrower engaging the Puma, getting some pen there, but nothing too significant, honestly. Okay, Panzer IV now heading down south. It has an actual vehicle to engage these infantry squads. Good hit there on those comm engineers. Does force them back. T7 engaging. This is T7 doesn't even want to engage the Puma, let alone Puma and Panzer IV. Guards here. Guards being upgraded with another single DP. And now do have the force fire the ground there, plinking the Puma a little bit. Needs to get on out of there.
Orders complete.
Well, thank you for the YouTube subscription. Welcome to the channel. Though that could have been for any of my videos or even the live stream. Can't really tell from here. It flags anything, anytime a subscription happens, regardless of what the source of it.
Taking fire! Taking fire!
MG34 firing away. So
Back to orders!
MG or Maxim does fall back there. T70 gets a bounce on the Hetzer. Does have decent frontal armor, but then again, many things can bounce the cannon of the T70. MG takes a little bit damage here. Conscript heading up north.
Point stand between us and defeat. KV-1 heavy.
Good incendiary barrage there. Splashes the Maxim a little bit. KV-1 now full in the field, which should be excellent for the OKW Panzer IV. The Puma can get some decent fire support with the aim shot ability. However, doesn't have efficiency 1 just yet. However, again, it's almost efficiency 1. One pen and maybe even just burst from machine gun will get its efficiency 1. Flame heads are pushed way forward. Guards do fall back there.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Pen there from the leg. These units heading down south. We do have guards here for Button. A Button on the Panzer IV would be a bit better target, though it looks like the KV-1 has taken some damage. Versus the 2 on the Flame Hetzer. Some sort of artillery barrage, just a single straight run. Push back those squads. Got these forces over here nice and safe. Aircraft gets splashed a little bit there from the pistol mount. MG34 suppressing the comm engineers. a splash onto the MG. This gun could eye for light artillery barrage. He is eyeing for light artillery barrage. He does retreat back in time. K1 could use some repairs. At least by this guy. Engineers do fall back. Guards push forward, blinking the hands forward a little bit. There's smoke there. T-70 move around in recon mode. Guards captured this VP.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Up north, we got the Volkswagens captured this sector. T-70 heading down south, or Panzer 4. T-70 heading up north. Got a good pen there. Could charge for Ural to get an AT grenade, but looks like he's not going to be doing that. Doubles this gun here. And a pretty good arc there. Does get a pin, however rolls a bounce. Makes another double tap there. This double tap could finish off. Not even a single shot there. Maxim getting hit there by the legs. Hence force straight forward. Push rocket barrage onto these legs. Does the crew one. The gun itself should be just fine. The other gun is actually quite damaged. That might have been the original one that got plinked by the PTRS fire. Volkswagens do fall back there, take a bit of damage. Does get a Panzer Faust off. We do now have the Puma moving around. Try to hunt down the T-70. T-70 being vetted and alive is actually pretty nice for a spotter. Main gun destroyed a crit there. Plus T-70 will go down here. Hetzer does take some pens there. T-70 now goes down to the Puma.
We are suffering vehicle losses.
This gun's shooting against something. Destroying the leg. Double pen there onto the KV-1. Over here, we've got now the Panzer IV engaging the combat engineers, ripping them apart. Before he gets wiped out before capturing up the VEP. Right now, the Soviet players does have double captures in favor. OKW player has more tickets at the moment. KV-1 has 6 some damage, so does need to fall back to repairs. Guards face on the wrong side of the heavy cover. Trying to make the way forward now. And we've got the Panzer IV engaging the Maxim now. Garrison finally gets destroyed there. KV-1 gets set on fire, but it's not going to be too big of a deal. And now the MG34 advancing, probably going to set up behind some heavy cover there. And we've got the Hetzer straight forward. I think we're going to see double lag here again. One lag on the field. The other one got destroyed. I forgot about that. And no Inspiration on cooldown. Katusha annihilating these Mechanowarfers. Great Soviet mortar flare there. Super Safus. Gets Some great hits there. What is that Q? How much do he have stored up?
Death before retreat.
Why does he have 3 Volks, 1 like on the Q? So 400 manpower? I was not paying attention to his resources. Why did he not research the mechanized battle group support and get out King Tiger? What is he? Now I'm a bit confused. You can throw away the cool box for some population space. I have not been paying close enough attention to the OKW resource, but I should have, because he should be able to get a King Tiger right now. A King Tiger would be particularly useful. Just want to redeploy out a light gun.
Anti-tank gun is ready for action.
OKW players at 52 munitions per minute, while the Soviet player's at 37, but he has enough munitions for a strafing run. Got these forces straight forward. Great hit there on the MG. This gun gets a hit there on the Puma.
One of our machine guns has been silenced.
Got a missions cast there by the Soviet player as well. Probably a good idea to go for another KV-1 or an Su-85. Looks like the OKW player will fall back in time. Go for another MG-34. But right now he's at full pop cap. Oh wait, the game's paused. Was one of the players back in the game? I'm guessing the Soviet player back in the game? Not sure. Seemed a little bit too early back in the game. Is Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on signing on to the next replay. Look at that pretty fire.